Okay, so it's my buddy Scott. Hey Scott, how's your arm doing, buddy?
Arm's healed, brother.
Yeah, he had surgery on his snap tendon when we got that big piece of wood. But he had surgery, he's always healing. Now he's checking my brakes for me because they're making a weird noise. I hate mechanics. I could do it, but I'm just not interested. Okay, so what I got going on here, when he's doing that, he's going to come and help me film. I got the Greenman. The shelf thing. So I got all these tubes of silicone and I'm going to make a mold. Okay, so you guys, I want to say when you get, I paid $6 a tube. I bought the cheapest stuff I could use. This stuff is General Electric's silicone. Make sure it says 100% silicone on there. It says it somewhere, but I forget where it says it on here. Yeah, right here, 100% silicone. Make sure it says that. So I got 10 tubes, okay? I got this bucket of water mixed up of this Dawn, and you have to put this dish soap in there. Okay, so I used half a bottle. So I'm going to pour this 10 tubes of, I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut them all. I'm going to pop the holes, and I'm going to pump all the 10 tubes of the silicone in here, and then I'm going to put on gloves and I'm going to mend it with my hands, okay? Bend it together, and then I'm going to slap it on this freaking thing. So you guys, this is a cheap way to do it. I don't know if it's going to turn out. I made some molds a couple years ago. You can look way back on my in my videos. You'll see me making a mold of a wood spirit, and we'll use plaster or cement for this. Okay, so you follow me? I don't even know if I follow me, so whatever. So I'm going to get all the tips cut and a nail to pop the metal flap inside there, and then I'm going to pump it all in here. Mend it with my hands and slap her on. 10 tubes might be too much. It was $60. You know, if you're going to buy the real like liquid silicone mold, you're going to pay over $200 to do this, in my opinion. So this might not be perfect, but it's a simple way to get molds out of your carvings. And another thing too, I want to say, it's hard for me to explain, but you can see here I don't have big undercuts underneath the branches. Like this nose, when you're doing a mold, these nostrils, like I put my finger in there, that would be known as an undercut. So I got to really focus on getting the mold inside there, right? Okay. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Okay, so I got all the tubes cut off and all the things punctured, 10 of them, including this one. Now I'm going to dump them all into the bucket. This is kind of hard on your bicep, so I don't think I'll be asking. Tendon? Scott, what's that, your tendon?
Yeah, my tendon.
I feel panicked when I'm doing stuff like this. Let's get this a bit soapy first. And I don't know if this is going to work or not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it's just a cheap way to do it. I suggest you have lots of, and they say to use cold water too, not warm water, or your stuff will set up too much. Oh, man.
Getting tired.
Might snap my tendon in my... What have I done?
It's 4. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been bending this for about 5 minutes in here. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it should stick to your gloves or not. I got gloves on. But now I'm going to put it on that piece, I guess. I got to take these gloves off. I can't work with gloves, man. I don't care if the silicone gets in my friggin' pores. Yeah, I can't work with these gloves. That's better. Get your hands soapy. want to make sure it gets up in his nostrils there. I always feel like I'm panicked when I do this. Always. Scott, do you see any spots where you can see the wood through?
I don't. No. Right, is that a bubble right there?
And I don't think you have to do it all at one time, because I think, like, say if some of the silicone was dry, you could redo it. You might see a little seam. I'm just trying to do it so you don't see a seam, right? Okay, I think we're good. I don't know. You know, Scott?
I have no idea. We'll find out when you get home and let it set, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I'll probably let this sit and peel it off tomorrow. Okay, so that went really smooth. I got to clean up all the mess here, get the shit off my arms and the pieces in the back of my car. I'm going to take it home and put it in my carving room, let it dry out properly. So then tomorrow, I'll take it out of the mold if it's dry, and then next day after that, I'll do some molding in it with maybe some concrete. Okay, so I got it home. It's been about an hour later, and look, stuff's pretty well already set. So I'm going to demold it. Who cares? If I screw up, it's a $60 mistake. Not like I got $60 to burn all the time, but you know, you're having fun. So let's get the camera on this camera holder here and pull her off. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I'll try my best to keep it on. Oh, look at that. This stinks like vinegar. It sure does. And I noticed, oh, look how easy that comes off. I noticed that I sprayed this cedar with like a sealer, a clear sealer, but the colors were running on it from the wood dye, so I don't know if I've wrecked this. But look how easy that comes apart. This. Done. Colors are still there, so I'm going to have to let this dry out. I'm going to go rinse this off with the hose, get this color out of here, but look, there's your mold. An hour and 60, but you don't know how. Yeah, I can see there's spots here and stuff. It's not going to be a perfect mold. It doesn't matter, it's just for cement casting, right? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of spots where if you'll try and zoom in right here. You can always get your silicone and fill that in too. But this stinks like vinegar. I'm going to go wash it off, and we'll be back when we're going to decide if we're going to pour cement in here or that plaster stuff. What's it called? Plaster of Paris. Yeah, it's not a perfect mold. Lots of weird things in here, but it's okay. We can clean it up after we mold it. Like right here. All right, bye. Okay, so I got her washed up. Came out pretty clean. And now it's just time to, I don't know, give this a day or two to cure properly. So there would be the eyes right here. The eyes would be right here. 1, 2. 1, 2. And there would be the eyebrows. There's the nose. The mouth. So let's just hope, you can't really tell how good it went until you actually pour plaster or concrete in here. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to make this a bit stronger too. So I might go buy some more silicone and make it the outside stronger, because when you pour stuff in here, it's going to go like, it's going to spread like this, right? So anyways, Okay, guys, I missed a skip, but this is that hydraulic cement. I didn't have that much of it. I didn't pour it all the way up to the edge, but I did pour some in there just to do a sample. When it was wet, I put the stick across and put a wire in the back for a hanger. Okay, I signed it. I put the date on the year on it. So you can see this mold isn't full, right? And I didn't put any release in it too, and maybe I should have. So another thing I want to say what I did too, because this mold was so, like, you can see how flimsy it is. When you pour them, I'm going to explain here, okay? Geez, slow down, Jordy. When you pour this stuff in, this end so flimsy, it would have just folded over. It happened to me. I'll explain later. So, but I had this stuff, and this is like it's like a plastic casting on the outside of it, okay? But I'll show you. I was messaging with Larry and I made a video for him, so I'll crop that video and I'll show it at the end of this video. But like, this is like plastic stuff. It's like an outer case molding for all you that don't know. So anyways, this is still kind of wet, but I'm gonna pull it out. And I should actually wait till tomorrow, but screw it, I don't care if it breaks. And we'll see how it looks after I eat my ham sandwich and cookies. Don't forget the chocolate milk. You know what? Actually, that can wait because I'm excited to get this out of the mold. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I bought some Plaster of Paris. I'll show the video clip because it's the wrong. I videoed it the wrong way. But I made a couple video clips of the pouring plaster in Paris here. I had a bucket like this from the dollar store that I mixed it up in. And the bucket broke when I was getting it here. And there was plaster of Paris everywhere, but I cleaned it all up. So it's all good now. But I got that drawing, so I'll show you guys what that looks like after too. So let's get this out of the mold. Hopefully it doesn't break. If it does, not a big deal. Okay, so first thing I'll do, I'll pull out this stick. Then you see this thing, this will just bend down, and there's our thing to hang it. I got to take this plastic. You guys will see. I'll take this. I'm trying to do this on camera, right? So there, look. Perfect, so you guys can see it. Yeah, and I just broke the friggin' mold. That's okay. It broke right there. But yeah, so this is like, it's kind of like Bondo stuff. See? It's just stuff that I had lying around. I think it's like to glue, for marble and stuff like that. But anyways, it stinks like Bondo. So, but let's pull this out of the mold. Hopefully it doesn't break in any other place. If it does, it does. Not really a big deal, right? Because I got other plans. Okay, boom. Here it is. You can see the white left on from the plaster. So it didn't dry enough, so the nose is screwed up. But when it's still soft like this, it can be fixed. Like this bottom's broken, but it can be fixed because this stuff takes long. It sets fast, this hydraulic concrete, but it doesn't cure fast, right? So it's still soft. So now I got this sandpaper, right? Move the mold out of the way. Just kind of sand this bottom flat. I don't know. I'm no pro. But I'm telling you, I'm going to be making more molding videos because I want to make some nice carvings and mold it, right? So there. It looks fine. It looks good enough. This will make as a great gift. But I want to make molds and I want to sell this stuff. But you can see how, let's see here. Like, it's not a very good mold. But for the price, $60, yeah. Including then you got to buy the cement and stuff. It's not bad. You know, it will go good on somebody's fence or something. I'll probably put this on my back fence. So, you guys can see. Don't pay attention to that white stuff because this thing is going to be painted, right? Once it's dry, I might blackwash it. Make it look old. But there's lots of deficiencies. Let's see, like that hole there. This stuff right in here. But it's still not cured, so you can clean it up, right? And inside the nose is not good. So that's all you need is just a little stick. The eye's not very good. See that line? Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Just a neat outside piece, right? So anyways, let me get the Plaster of Paris one that I did yesterday. It's still soft too, but I want to show you guys that one too. So I'm going to clean up this mess a bit, eat my sandwich, and I'll be back this time for sure. I got to eat my sandwich. Okay, I still haven't eaten my sandwich yet, but just trying to get this video done. Also, you guys can use this Scotch-Brite stuff to smooth out the rough edges, right? When it's still not cured. You can see here it's going paler. It's going brighter. That means it's curing on the outside, right? So here's the Paris one. Plaster of Paris. So this stuff too, this was done yesterday. This isn't, I forgot to film, sorry guys, but it's called Plaster of Paris. I bought a bag of this stuff for like 22 bucks Canadian. I think I'll be able to make 3 of these out of it. Okay? But this stuff too, when you first pull it out of the mold, you guys, the best, like this one, his nose broke off. I'll tell you why. And this broke off, I'll tell you why. Because I wasn't being patient and I didn't spray mold release like cooking oil or something, you know, spray stuff in there. I didn't spray the mold release. That's why it kind of caught up a bit and that broke in the nose, but you can't even tell. Look after I cleaned it up, right? So this Plaster of Paris also, even now it's been a day, but watch this. You know, I just put that scrape in there. So you guys, my best opinion, I don't care, I'm not a pro at this, I don't give a shit. Leave your pieces sit in your mold. Give it a day or 2 or 3 days or 4 days. Let them cure in your mold as long as you can. Do research on the stuff, right? So anyways, this Plaster of Paris also has a hanger. JJ, number 1. Test piece. 2021, the hanger's there. Okay, so here's the original Greenman. Let's see if we can get a shot with all of them in here. Here's the original one, okay? So, I'm going to show you guys what I went and bought today. This cost me $250. I'll just put my slipper on it so you can see the size of it. Okay. This cost me $250. Rubber, plastic, foam, and more. I'm going to be making a pour because I want to make a wicked mold of this, right? So I'm going to be pouring it. So for this stuff, I asked the guy, I says, okay, so I'm going to be making my friend Pete's going to help me make a box to go around it. Then you pour the silicone or whatever this rubber stuff is. So I says, well, like if I coat this with Varathane, the original piece, what do I need to coat it with? Like the shiny stuff that won't react with that stuff. It won't make this stuff trigger and react and do weird stuff. He said shellac. Okay. So this is covered with shellac for when I'm going to do that pour. So that will be a YouTube video too. But anyway, guys, there you go. Now, can I go eat my friggin' ham sandwich and cookies? I also got some donuts for dessert. These cookies aren't dessert. They're part of the meal, right? But anyways, so there they are. And there will in the future, I might wait till it warms up a bit for springtime to do the pour because $250, man. It's not cheap to make a mold for this. But hopefully it'll be a pro mold, not like these, quick molds. But look, okay, $60. I made the mold. I bought all the tubes of caulking. You buy the Plaster of Paris or you buy cement. Read the instruction how long it needs to cure. Okay, this is hydraulic cement I used. It cures super fast. There it is. Thanks, guys. I'll stop talking. Okay, bye. Yeah, so meanwhile at Carving Fusion, fucking bucket broke that I was using. Fucking. Anyways. Okay, so besides all this mess, here's the first mold that came out. Plaster of Paris. You can see lots of deficiencies in it. But it's still workable. It's still soft. Like so I can clean it up as much as I wanted to, right? But that's it. So I had that like Bondo stuff. So I made a hard case for the mold, so the mold doesn't like bend. It's this stuff, Larry. Knife grade, transparent. I think it's for doing marbles. Yeah, mastic to fill and glue marbles and stones. And this is the hardener. This is the hardener. I've had this stuff for 3 years, so I figured I'll try this. Okay, Pete, so this is the Greenman. I think I sent you a picture of it, but it's my favorite carving. And that mold stuff that I got on here, smooth on, is like a pouring mold. So I need to make a box frame for around this carving that sits like that much taller than it, 2 inches taller, and 2 inches on the outside of it, all the way around. So when I pour the mold stuff in, it will pour up over top of it and sit inside the frame. If you like this video, please shit on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more carving and kind of molding videos, I guess, sort of.